Hi, I'm Sabine, the Purpose Lawyer. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this podcast. It really goes a long way. It helps us spread the good word. And if you or anybody you know is in the market for legacy or estate planning or business or trademarks, please reach out to our firm. It's the Ambitious Legacy Firm. We are licensed in New York and New Jersey, but we have service partners in all states. So we'd love to work with you. Asset protection, legacy planning, trademarks, we got you. All right. So it's the ambitiouslegacyfirm.com. Now let's get into the episode. Mr. Jude Bernard.
Hey, thank you. Finally.
Guys, I made him come on the wrong day. I'm terrible.
It's all good because I canceled on you last time, so we even.
All right. But I wasn't trying to get you back. So thank you so much for being here. Jude he's a lot of things, wonderful things. He's an investor. He's a developer. He's a contractor.
General contractor,
say, right?
Real estate broker, landlord,
community organizer.
Community organizer. You know. Community organizer. That's right. What I'm gonna go with that one too.
Yes. So it's just a pleasure. Like I've met Jude in different, through different circles, networking and things like that. But you've always been such a sort of like stand-up guy. You just come across as a very good stand-up guy, and all the stuff that you put out there, people can tell that you have like sort of a good heart. So I'm excited to have this conversation with you.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy you spoke to the right people and not not the ones who know where the bodies are buried.
Bodies are buried, exactly. So tell me a little bit about sort of like how you got into the space of developing, because I know you started off as sort of like a blue-collar kind of guy, in a sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was 9-to-5er working at Verizon. Did that for about 10 years. About 6 years into it, I realized that wasn't it. That's not what I wanted to do. So I acquired my first property with a FHA loan, pretty much scrapped every penny that I had together, took out some student loans because I was working on my MBA at the time, and acquired that, refied, got another one, caught the bug, and just kind of been rocking and rolling ever since.
Wow.
And just in different aspects of the business as well.
So why real estate? Why was that the thing that you felt was the out for you, or the avenue?
First of all, I didn't respect it. Right?
Okay.
I didn't respect it as a true as a job.
Okay.
It's just like, oh, so all I have to do is buy this building and people will live there and pay me. Yeah. Right. So I didn't take into consideration the relationships you have with the tenants, your responsibilities that you have to the building. I didn't, so like my first go around, it was pretty messy.
Okay.
Like I would only reach out to my tenants, or they could only get in touch with me on the first of the month. It's like, it's the first of the month, where's my money?
Right.
You live here, it's time to pay me. So I didn't take the responsibility of upkeep, preventative maintenance, strategizing.
Okay.
Like making sure, like setting myself up for the next deal, taking into consideration taxes and stuff like that. So I was young.
Yeah.
I'm saying I was like in my very early 20s, and like we didn't have the resources that are available today.
Okay.
There wasn't the social media information and the financial literacy push that's today. So I pretty much had to figure everything out the hard way.
Right. So initially it was just like, I'm just going to do this thing because I know it's going to make money, but not thinking about the business around it.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the business. I wasn't thinking about the growth potential. Like I wasn't thinking about like the different income and revenue streams. I was just getting my rent money. I didn't know anything about appreciation. I didn't know anything about taxes. I didn't know about expenses. I didn't know about building the equity through paying down your mortgage and stuff like that. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get $500 a month. I'm in.
Wow, that's awesome. $500 a month to, what you've been able to sort of build.
And it's funny because a lot of times when I speak to people, they're very caught up on on like where I am today as opposed to the process, right? And one of the things that's super important is that that very first property that I bought in Southside Jamaica, Queens, on 90th Avenue by Sutphin Boulevard, you know what I'm saying, for
Right.
like $100-something thousand.
Wow.
Like I learned lessons there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I learned how to manage. I learned how to manage my tenants. I learned how, you know, like how to deal with contractors. I did learn how to deal with the city and stuff like that. So, you know, before you go from 100,000 to 100 million, like there are lessons along the way. Right. There are a lot of lessons that you're going to pick up along the way, and it's super important that you don't try to skip steps.
Yeah.
Because like from the $100,000 deal, I learned some lessons and made mistakes that I didn't have to do on the $500,000 deal. On the $500,000 deal, again, lessons and mistakes that did not have to be made on the $1 million deal, and so forth and so on. But a lot of times people are watching the gram and see people, oh, look at him shining, this, that, the other. I need to just jump in right there.
10 toes down on $1 million.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're talking stocks. It doesn't matter if you're talking crypto, real estate, whatever it is, a business, trucking's a big one that everybody's jumping into right now. Like you can't skip the process. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn and continue to be a student.
Right.
You know?
And do you feel like people always keep having to go through the same lessons if they don't get it?
Yeah. You know, sometimes people just don't want to get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
purposefully don't see it.
Exactly. Like they're so result oriented that they're not seeing the process.
Right.
So I have one of my boys. Damn, how do I say this without blowing everybody up? Who subscribed to a course from somebody else?
Okay.
From an influencer that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
And in stocks and stuff like that. And he wanted me to call, you know, the influencer and ask him, you know, just for picks.
Oh.
Right? Like,
I know what you're saying.
What stocks should he buy?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't do that.
Right.
You know, because there's a process, you know, because he didn't sell you picks.
Right.
He's selling you how to read the charts. He's telling you how to research the company. He's telling you how to like hedge your investments and stuff like that.
Okay.
So how I look like just calling them and just saying, yo, what stock should I buy today?
Right.
You know, so it's just like you can't skip it.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
That is interesting to put it that way, because I see that in, you know, doing real estate and like having your first issues that you go through and then learning from that and then not making the same mistakes. But you're right, it's the same thing. You're not going to get to where somebody got to, a billionaire or a multimillionaire, in playing the stock market, if you don't understand what's going on.
No matter. And I'm probably, this is somebody else's, don't quote me on this.
Okay.
But there's always an amount of hours involved in any level of success. It's like, how many hours did you put into this? You know, Michael Jordan, hours. You know what I'm saying? Steve Jobs, hours. You know what I'm saying? Anybody you could think of, Beyonce, hours.
Oprah,
hours. You know what I'm saying? So who do you think you are that you're just gonna, hey, I went on YouTube today and right. I'm a real estate investor.
Right.
I had this should have been a red flag for me. I had an assistant who ended up stealing from me and causing me mad grief. Oh wow! But I should have known something was not right when one day he said to me, he says, "Yeah, I want to be where you are in the next year or two."
Oh.
and I was just like, but it took me 20 years to get here. It's just like, and you want to do it in a year or two? You know, that should have been a red flag for me right then and there.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it is challenging, even for me, like, you know, seeing, like, I'm interested in being proficient in understanding stocks and understanding crypto and stuff like that. And I get it, the hunger that's just like, well, you make it seem like it's so easy, then why can't I, just do it? Like the way that you figured things out, but it's the lessons that you learn along the way that makes you equipped for what it is that you need to pursue.
Of course. And you're only going to be an expert in only a few things in life, right? So you got to pick your lane. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know how to build buildings, from the bottom to the top. I also know a little bit about legacy. I also know a little bit about trust and stuff like that. But I just un poquito, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just enough to have like conversation at a cocktail party, but I will never, well, no, I won't say I will never,
Right, I know
but
what you mean.
like I won't have the same capacity as you do because that's not what I do every day. And just like the stocks or any other investment that you make, that's why it's so important to seek the counsel and the services of the professionals who do put the hours in.
Yeah,
Because there's only 24 hours in the day. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be an expert in one thing, you have to focus and make deposits of your hours into that thing that you're going to be the expert in. You know what I'm saying? So if there's 24 hours in a day and you're trying to be a real estate expert, but now you're trying to be a stock expert too.
Right.
Doesn't work.
You don't have enough time.
Nudist Buddhist. It's this thing that I would say.
I was gonna say, what is that?
All right. So if I rolled up on you today and said, "Hey, I want to be a nudist,"
Okay.
you're gonna be like, Jude's a little funny. All right, but that's my boy. He's cool. Whatever. And then the next week I come up to you and I say, "Hey, I want to be a Buddhist." All right? And you're like, Jude's a fun. This is weird, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's my man. But if I ever came up to you and said, "I want to be a nudist Buddhist," it's just like, dude, you're doing too much.
Right. Those don't go together.
Yeah, it's
Right.
just like you're doing too much. Pick a lane and rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
that's
I think that's great to know, especially for a lot of people do want to do what you do in terms of being proficient in buying real estate, flipping real estate, developing real estate. Like it's a very attractive thing. And they want to be in everything
Of
as well,
course.
So it's an excellent lesson to sort of say like, okay, you really have to decide because although all this information is out there for us, although it's available and you could buy a course, but like, can you really be good at all of it?
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, I am not talented.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I am simply following the systems that have been around for centuries. The same systems that Benjamin Franklin did. The same systems that what do you call it? That Hamilton.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? It's buy property at a decent price in areas that you see that's going to appreciate, or areas that people do not currently see the value. And hold on to it or sell, or add value to it, sell it, make a profit. It's that's pretty much it in its simplest form. But there are a lot of intricacies every day, like little things here and there. How to interact with a real estate broker, how to interact with your contractor. Little things you'll pick up at Home Depot, just like little things that it takes a lifetime to get. And it's not everybody's always focused on how much money they're making, but sometimes like I measure the success rate of my day by how much money I saved. On like this particular project that I'm working on right now, it costs me about $660 a day that I pay in interest every day. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, Sunday, Monday, $660 is going to cost me. It's like $19,000 a month in interest I pay. So what do? I I try to work around the clock to shorten the window of the expense. You know, so I don't take days off. You know,
Right.
like I have a night crew that comes in and works real quiet. You know, I have a Sunday crew, you know, weekend crew that comes in and does, you know, specific things. Like I just was on the site just now and I saw this guy plastering. I was just like, no, you don't plaster. There's no plastering during the day. Go find something to bang.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, like we make all the noise during the day, and then we'll save all the quiet work for later.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so it's just about saving time and saving money. And again, one of the biggest things I think, like one of the biggest misconceptions in society, and especially in this world that we're living in, like this like right now,
Right.
this right now world is the focus on currency,
Yeah.
on money, right? And like anybody who knows, like money is not the key.
Right.
It's time. You know, like
Time is the most invaluable thing.